Hey, Divine Ones. Today I want to talk about what I consider to be one of the most bizarre aspects of gang stalking and flying monkeys, and that is when businesses get involved, right? Because these stalkers, these gang stalkers and flying monkeys, they'll watch everything you do, okay? They'll see the places that you frequent regularly, and then they'll go right behind you and they'll start getting in these people's ears. And to me, it's just so bizarre because it's like, are you trying to make money here or what is the deal, right? What is in it for you? But you'll always notice that they're nice, 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 nice until they get your money. Then it's the little comments trying to trigger you. It's the little sideways jabs and all that. You know what comes with the gang stalking, right? Which just shows to go how snake like they are and that they don't deserve your business, right? Because you know what? It's your money that's keeping the machine running, okay? So, what are a couple things you can do? Take your business elsewhere. Your money talks, right? And you work hard for it. I know if you're a chosen one, if you're being targeted, you're a very hard worker. You have earned every single penny that you have, right? Okay, so put your money to work. Go to a different business. Go somewhere else. Then another thing that you can do is leave bad feedback, right? Because Google reads the negative feedback and the way that they do, they will push the results further down. So when somebody goes to search for example, a coffee shop, it's going to get pushed further down, and the businesses that have better feedback get pushed to the top. And you know what? That's just the natural order. That's not being vindictive. That's nothing like that. That's just the natural order. If you don't know how to run a business, if you're not a decent moral person, you don't deserve to be in business and you don't deserve to have business, okay? Because no, first of all, smart business owner gets involved in things like that. And no one that deserves to have a successful business participates in harassing someone, especially somebody that they're taking your money, right? So, and you might find, which I did recently in one of these situations, that when I went to go do a little research on this company, I found that I wasn't the only one that has had a bad experience. And you don't have to go into a lot of detail, right? You don't have to say they're gang stalking me, nothing like that. Just say the cashier was extremely rude and then name their competitor. Say, I'm going to go to Joseph's Bakery next time because they have great service and their pastries are outstanding, something like that. Hit them where it hurts, guys. You have to start fighting back. I mean, it's one thing, and I'm guilty of it myself, of getting on here and talking about the evil and demonic things that these people do because they do the same things, right? I mean, it's like it's universal. The things that they do, they all do the same things. It's just baffling, right? So, and it's okay to talk about it, but it's time to stand up because you know what? That's the only thing that's going to get this to stop because it's destructive, it's demonic, it's uncalled for, especially like I said, when you're taking money from somebody, that's your customer, and you're going to act like that? Absolutely unacceptable. Okay. So let's start fighting back, why don't we? Let's start leaving these people bad feedback. Let's start taking our money somewhere else. Other people that deserve it, right? And may that good, those good intentions that you put forth, come back to you if maybe one day you start a business and you are going to be a decent business owner. And you know what? They're not all the same either. Looking back on my journey, that I've had coworkers and businesses and stuff like that that didn't get involved, and though I'm sure they were approached because they all are, anybody that's in your sphere is approached and they had the decency to not participate in it. And for that, I continue to be a customer of theirs. And I continue to, say good things about them because the word of mouth is powerful, and but also so is leaving that negative feedback on Google. It really does make a difference, and their search results, it'll get them pushed further down. And you might just be a drop in the bucket. You might think, oh, my few dollars that I spend at this coffee shop, it's not going to make a difference. That's not true because you're likely not alone. And maybe it was for different reasons that they behaved that way. Maybe it wasn't part of a gang stalking with the other people, but you can bet that because how a person does one thing is usually how they do everything. You can bet that you're not the only one who's experienced rudeness or cruelty from this person or this business. You can just about bet. So, how about let's start fighting back? Let's start doing something about it because you have some tools at your at your disposal, use them. Okay. So, anyways, that's my message for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you later. Bye.